Hey everybody, this is the Y guy. We're in Richmond, Virginia, and we're here with
My name's Ronte. Nice to meet you.
Ronte. How are
Yep,
you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. Can't
Doing well.
complain.
Good deal. I appreciate you being willing to sit down next to me and have a good interview, a good conversation, man. You
No
seem
problem.
like definitely a servant here working, helping everybody out.
Yeah,
We had a good conversation earlier, and so are you from this area?
yeah, originally. Yep.
Okay,
Um, Been here pretty much whole life. Born in Richmond. Uh, Parents are from around. Mom's from New Orleans. Dad's from Danville. So, all pretty much everybody's from the South.
okay, I
Yep.
got you. And what keeps you around here, or why do you stick around?
Family for the most
Got
part,
you.
absolutely. Pretty much all of my mom's side of the family's here. Danville, Virginia's not too far; it's about 3 hours away. So, but yeah, it's a good area. There's a lot of opportunities. Business is getting up. Richmond's becoming a bigger and bigger city, especially like younger adults. Got people moving in from DC, the beach area, absolutely. Um, but yeah, it's a nice place to be.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. A little bit hot, a little bit of cold, not too hot in the summer, not too cold in the winter. But yeah.
I got you,
Hmm.
and that's one of the best reasons to stick around is
Yeah.
family. So I
Yep.
appreciate that message. And what do you do right now to earn a living?
Right now I'm at Planet Fitness. I am considering doing my personal training license. I had an exam. I also want to get into real estate, so hopefully I'll start those early in January, maybe February, something like that. Those two things right there, and then just having money everywhere, kind of just having little places where I can pull from, being able to just spread out my income,
I got
not
you.
to be able to pull from one pool.
Yep,
Hmm.
and let's pray for the good results on the test you took yesterday.
Yep.
So congratulations. Well, I can't say congratulations yet,
Yep.
but maybe even speak it into
Yeah,
and
just a little bit.
I'm sure you did good. Do you think you did pretty good on it?
Oh, I think so, maybe. If not, I do still get like two more attempts on it.
Okay.
So, but yeah, hopefully I pass the first time.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. That'd be awesome. And what's the next step with that? Just would you get
Um,
right in here physical training
uh,
or
I can't do it here. Actually,
okay.
we don't have any here, so I'll probably end up going to a different gym or offering in-home services. I'm also looking to get somebody to help build a website, so I can
Okay.
do online coaching and programs and stuff like that. So I want to be able to do a little bit of everything within there. We're probably starting off at a gym, maybe working with like underneath somebody that's been doing it for a while, or just doing my own. Trying to figure it out how the way it goes. Work better hands on. That's
Yeah.
what I am, me personally. But yeah, no, I would definitely say that I would want to probably go to a higher end gym, bringing in more clientele, stuff like that.
I got you. And do you think that if your story was told to anybody, it can make an impact on their life?
My story,
Yeah.
um, yes and no. I definitely think that I had to kind of just your American family to parents growing up. I would say probably the biggest thing being from a biracial background, being half black, half white. It's a it's not a struggle. I would say. I would say the biggest thing coming up was like being too black for white people to being too white for black people. So it's kind of like hard like finding yourself in a way. But once you like know who you are and people are like, oh, your white side's more dominant, or your black side more dominant. I'm just who I am. I
Yeah.
can't help that. I would say that's probably the biggest thing, especially now. You're seeing a lot of mixed races, not just black and white. You're seeing all different type of races come together and actually like beginning to like each other and love each other. I would say just spreading love, really.
Mm-hmm.
No matter, I don't look at the skin on color of your skin or anything like that. But people have in the past. But as far as my story, I still like my story is just now beginning. I'm
Exactly.
still young. I'm 21 years old. I still have a long ways away. I don't know everything, but I know some things. But the story now, ask me the question in about 10 years, I have a completely different
Oh,
answer.
for sure. But I
Mm-hmm.
think what you just said right there could definitely make an impact on
Yeah.
somebody. I mean, that's huge. And there's so many kids right now that are going through the same thing or getting
Mm-hmm.
in that spot where exactly like you said, there's just that confusion of people treating them differently because they
Yeah.
might be a little different than them. But it's like, I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
not at all.
just like
So
you.
I think that was huge. And I think kids get on here and watch that or anybody really be able to be impacted by that. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you so much. And what's like a day-to-day step that you or a practice that you take to keep moving forward every day?
Um,
Or even when you were in that moment where people were like you were kind of confused, like what was something that kept you going forward and like when you were younger too?
Definitely like finding a good group of friends. Absolutely. I have friends everywhere. A lot of them aren't here right now. Hopefully, they're coming out home soon from break, college and stuff. But putting yourself around people that like are good. You are who you hang around with. So
Yep.
if you're hanging around with people that don't have any drive, any goals, anything that they outside of what doing themselves, I think that life's gonna be a lot harder. Like you said, like your story's gonna be a lot more difficult to get into when you don't have people around
Yeah,
you.
that was good.
Absolutely.
That was good. What's you have like an idea of how you pick friends, or is it kind of just like the people that I've been around and then I kind of sort it out here and there, or do you
Um,
seek any specific thing?
I think God's blessed me with a good group of friends. Like
Good.
we're all pretty much same age, 20 to 23. So we're all like just now kind of like starting to figure it out and trying to do what we want to do. But I think giving a good head on our shoulders, and putting people around me with good head on their shoulders is definitely been a big impact in my life.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
That's awesome. And do you think there's a good power in communication and building relationships and networking with people?
Me personally,
Yeah.
I think so. I feel like this interview alone. I met you what, a day ago, two
Yeah.
days ago. I'm a people person. I'll sit
Yeah.
down. I'll talk to you about anything, even if I don't know about the subject. If I have an opportunity to learn about it, I try and learn something new at
Awesome.
least one time, at least one thing new every day. So, but definitely, like I would consider myself outgoing, being able to just have a conversation with anybody. Growing up, I'm the oldest in my family on both sides, so I was always around older adults. So my communication skills is a lot better when it comes to talking to people that are older than me than people that are more my age. I think that's definitely a barrier that I have to overcome.
Mm.
It's just seeing that oh yeah, I don't want to talk to you or I don't want to sell you this. You're my age or something like that. I definitely enjoy talking to older people just so I can pick their brains a
Yeah.
little bit more, just see like how they got to where they're supposed to be and how they found the purpose that they wanted to
Yep. It's nuts because I used to have that same kind of mentality.
do.
Like for some reason, it was just so much more comfortable or easier to talk to older people than it was to people my age.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something as you progress, you'll definitely just have you're in a gym and talking to young people every day. You'll just
Yeah.
overcome that, and it'll be like, oh man, it's just almost the same thing. It's just there's that weird window there I don't understand either. So
I
that's
never got
I'm
it.
glad you brought that up because that's really something that hit me personally as well.
Yeah.
So. Um, in goal setting, do you think it's necessary to inspire action and move forward?
Um, yes, I do think setting goals, setting achievable goals. I think the best way is like you write them down. Anything I write down, consume that knowledge a lot better. But I think short-term goals are good, long-term goals are good. There's a quote that I heard. It was, "If you could biggest dreams is like dream as big as you want, because if the sky is the limit, really like." That's something I tell my younger brother all the time. Like, if you want something, go get it. Dream for it. If you fail, it's okay. Just keep going over and over and over. Eventually, it's gonna stick. Um, and just pray about it. I'm a big belief. Praying about it, being able to God. I believe that God gives everybody a purpose. There's a purpose for you to be put on this earth. This interview could be my purpose for anything. You never know. So I just try and go through life. My coach told me, life's like football. Take each play one play, or take each day one play at a time,
Nice.
and that stuck with me. It's like football's a game of inches. It's given me so much, um, but take it day by day. You can think of the future, but don't live in it. I would definitely say
Dude, that was a perfect way to finish
that.
that too, because that just brought it all together.
Yeah.
And the day by day message is huge, but then at the end, think of the future, but just don't live in it. Man, that's like one of the ones that right there is going to make an impact on somebody's life. There's a lot of people just I was one of them, way out there,
Yeah.
rather than today, 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 today. So thank you so much for that
Mhm.
message. And do you think a message like unity in today's world could make an impact, or you and I together, working together?
Absolutely. I actually, my mom is a partner of a United Church. It's not too far from here. If y'all are in the Richmond area, Huguenots, right off of Huguenot Road, it's called United Church. Their whole motto is saying that we are better together. No matter
Nice.
what, there's power in the people of three. So any group that's larger than three, when you bring those people around, there's gonna be a lot more power. There's gonna be a lot more meaning into it. So I would definitely say unity is a big thing. You can't do everything by yourself. One of the reasons why I my faith is so big is because when you can't control something outside of your perspective, you have to be able to. I feel like people should be able to believe in something bigger than themselves to be able to get through that. So unity and believing in something that is bigger than yourself is a big thing, and I think a lot of people that need to hear that today.
Definitely. Thank you so much for that message too. So that was huge. How you wrapped it all together. I think every answer that you've given could make an impact on somebody's life,
Mm-hmm.
and that one right there is so big because unity seems so far away, but it's something that's bigger than every single person.
Yep.
So if we believe in something like that, little by little, we can step foot into that. And just you and I working together is one relationship that can turn into two. Then you're building relationships here every day.
Mm-hmm.
So just thank you so much for what you're doing. I appreciate you. Man, if I get a little hug from you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Thank you. That was so great. Great.